Welcome to an ENYELAH Tea reading. This has everything to do with bringing the truth to the surface, allowing yourself to be cleaning out of things, getting maybe instead of cleaning out, more like a movement. Yeah, movement of energy. Okay, I'm getting you're forming something. It's fast approaching out of nowhere. This is something that was built in a place that overtakes other things. There's a sense of being given to by yourself. There's a duality of the flowers card and air. So you're getting your currency and your mind are working in tandem to create something that's already been formed, and it's just gotta it's already been formed. There's a somebody believes they're more important than me, and I'm going to show them exactly who they are. I will remind them that there is only ENYELAH that matters, and whatever you're doing, if you're doing it, you do it far away from me, and you can do that. And if you choose to do it close to me, then you will reap the benefits of being disrespectful and dismayed towards me. hard benefits. These are benefits that a lot of people wouldn't classify as benefits. But they have been placed because those who have broken the rules broke them. So they get to receive the benefits of doing whatever they thought was okay. In the power that I am, I reconfigure all of that which others want me to give to them, and I reconfigure it for my own manifestations and my own wealth and my own abundance. And it overtakes all other abundance lines of faith and other ways of being. I utilize all that I am to build, add wealth to, and leave those who have no ears, no eyes, no mind, no behavior behind, so far behind. And I take all that which they have implemented into me, and I allow them to have it for themselves. And I remove all of my energy, all of my greatness from their presence. So even though they try their hardest and they do their most insane things ever to try and get my attention, I continuously place all of my attention on myself. And so as they make the noise they make, and they chat the things they chat, and they do the things that they do, they will be doing them to themselves. And I do not have ears to hear any of it ever again. In all of the time frames past everything I have ever created, it is solidified that I only hear myself. And I place myself exactly where I want to with all of my energy. And then I charge the cost that it takes to have gleaned my attention by whatever means they have. So now I remove the energy from them in a place that is the most pure, so that I can have a reimbursement for all that has been removed from me as distractions. And so this depletion will continue from them every single time that they do not obey the rules, the laws, and the order. And this will remove all the energy from them that I require for my payment. the 7 of gems is learning how to build. And the Knight of Pentacles is usually the Knight of Currency, the Knight of Flowers, is normally a knight that moves a little bit slower through things. And so they have to show up a little bit more spiky because they've got to defend themselves from everything that, you know, is trying to do laps around them, like the Tasmanian it's a Tasmanian devil. It's a TV show back in the day from Bugs Bunny, if you remember. But yeah, some people do that. They like run circles around you and they're like, da, 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 but you're actually doing something and they're not. Wow, that's like, there's a lot of truth in that. And yeah, so that's why you tend to be a little bit spikier, because all of this energy that's going on around you. But then you just get to the place where you're like, well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's not like they know anything. And yeah, this is a part of placing on you the mask, the role of the emperor. So I'm really sensing there's this sense of, you've got the mastery, you move at a different pace, and so you just have to put on the face of, I've got this no matter what, because I have all that it takes and it's already happening and everything's already been created. So I just got to continue, you know, digging my trench. It's not like someone else is going to move my soil for me. I have to move my own soil. So it's like is the overlapping of dimensions is really what I'm getting right now. And then this is putting all of your emotion in one spot into yourself. There's a finite detail that's coming with this, and truly understanding how to put the artistic flair on this mental journey. This is the air, the 4 of air, and I'm seeing there's a huge mirroring going on that doesn't need to happen, but then also when you put it in the right place, like you put it onto that framework of the emperor, then you're getting it and you're realizing that you have the entirety of this. And it's not even, you know, you don't really even have to learn it. You're so learned, you're so good at building that this is just one of the characters that you continuously play. Moving from the 4 to the 5 of swords is giving, you know, you're looking at yourself, you know, through other people's eyes possibly. And it's like oh, how did you do that? Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Like, oh my goodness, oh, who is she to do that? And it's like you're giving yourself these thought patterns, and it's like you don't need to go in that direction. It's like, oh, well, yeah, she is doing it, and that is actually really incredible. I want to be just like that. So it's taking these characters of these watchful energies and really molding them to more positive and more powerful energies to encourage you throughout this whole process. And then we have the roots of the 4 of flowers and the 5 of flowers. So the 4 of flowers really has this impeccable duality. In the original tarot decks, it's someone holding what they have close to them. But this, I'm seeing, it's more of like I have these things and I've placed them. It's very like intentional. There's a little bit of that, like, oh, I have these things and like this is what I have. And it's seeing things very black and white, which is really good. It means like you're really noticing what is what. And it's just exactly what it is, black and white. It's like you're not trying to do blue, you're not trying to do anything else. It's literally this equals that and that equals this. Equations, mathematics. And the thing is that's so beautiful about black and white is it is meant to be literally just black and white, but because of so much mental things that have gone on social media and so many things in the last, you know, quite a long time about how people are related to these colors. They're literally not. You get like really, really dark, dark brown people, and they can be at black color, but it's very rare that anyone's actually ever talking about black people. They're most likely talking about really dark brown people, or lighter brown people, or tanned people, or olive people. And so, this understanding that people are either black or white is such a fallacy. It's something that tends to seep into a lot of areas just because personally, I have found that it has penetrated every conversation because it was a belittling tool to say you're not good enough to be here. And it's something I've learned to just be like, well, this is what I have. This is who I am. And this is the things that I've placed, and I'm proud of who I am. And it's like, as soon as I'm seeing here through this process, as soon as I get into the 5 of flowers, there's a sense of, okay, well, we added another flower and now we can see the stems. So it's like you're shifting from just seeing the beauty of the flowers and how that comes out to once you add more, it solidifies things, it changes things, and now you're looking at things like, oh, okay, this looks very different now that I have 5 flowers. And because you can see more, there's an essence of like, well, this could be better. This could be better. Like, let's make this better. And so there's almost a sense of like, okay, like, how can I shift this and change this to move into the 6 now, which is the beginning of the reading, which is this, once again, this beautiful duality. And it's like, okay, well, how do I make it beautiful again? Because I got to 5, I added this extra one, and now it looks kind of like, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. I can't be something that I'm not. No matter how much you want to try and drag me in that direction, it's literally just not happening. It's not possible. Like, I'm not for it. I'm just for who I am. So I'm really seeing this sense of the depths of like, my currency is, this is who I am. I'm literally black and white. And I have this beautiful essence of my shadowing. And this is exactly what makes me who I am. And it's like going from 4, in 5, it's like this shift of like, okay, well, I have this extra currency, see me as this. And it's like, well, no, that's not who I am. And it's coming back into the 6 is really what I'm seeing. And so here we go, is going from this place to monitoring others and like, okay, well, you were running around me and doing all those things, to now being a guide and saying, well, I'm just going to do it this way. And that's just the way that it is. So I'm going to look at myself and honor myself. And that's how I'm going to move forward. So it's like really taking these characters of the things that are staring at you, overtaking those characters and looking at them in a way like, okay, well, I want people to say, hey, wow, look at you. You're on top of it, instead of whatever else has been there because of culture, tradition, or whatever's been there. I know for me, I've had a lot of like, and so now it's me looking at that and saying, oh wow, look at how wonderful you are. Like, I really honor how much you've done with yourself, and that's incredible. So it's changing those voices and changing, the way that plays out with inside of you, and that takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength, because people have solidified their consciousness inside of your energetic real estate, and you have to kick them out. You have to say, you know what, like, your lease is done, like, zing, right? It's you elevating from being like, oh, what about this and what about that, and fixing this and fixing that, to like, you know what, this is just what I have, and I'm gonna make it beautiful, and changing it to exactly the way you are and the way you need to be in order to thrive and grow and become the absolute best version of yourself. So this is the silence. I really getting here is really all about breaking the silence, and that's really even with this conversation that I'm having with you, which is also like just sharing this stuff here, is breaking the silence. It's coming out and saying like, yeah, well, this is who I am. So what? So what? This is the color of my skin. It's this nice brown color. This is who I am. And if you have arguments with it, go ahead, argue with yourself, because me done, me good with myself. I am this beautiful woman that I am. And I'm grateful to be this beautiful woman that I am. And so, yeah, as I open up this section now, I'm really getting like, yeah, this is changing the observers of who you are so that you can shift and build a better internal world, taking your infinity and blooming it and blossoming it with characters around you that literally just can't handle flowers. They're just gonna try and pour as much poison on it as possible. So when you change the characters to characters that want to give more life, give more water, yes, we want to see this one grow. We want to see this one go and do all the absolute best that it can do, because yes, we're about that. And so when you really get to that place, your observers are creating your reality. So when you program them to what you want instead of just taking whoever's there, this is a mastery. This is a whole set of mastery that reveals to you who's saying what, and it can be very, very, oh my goodness, because the deeper you go, the more impactful the voices are, and the more you have to learn how to mold and change them. And so when you learn to see that, you really see what was hidden from you before. So that's why most people probably don't understand to hear other people's voice. But the thing is, most other people are blind to all the things that they do to themselves. So the more you're tapping into yourself, the more you're going to hear all of these different voices that are going on and people investing in you. And then you have to learn to choose which characters you want there. So the one that's going because that's who they are. They don't know any better because that's how they've lived their life. So when they come at you and do that, you have to learn how to change that now. So you need to be in gratitude that you can now see those characters and see those places inside of you and how much effect they have. You need to know that you have to change certain characters so that you're always uplifting yourself with the people you surround yourself with. And sometimes you don't know, because on the outside they might be all smiles and they might be all supportive, and literally underneath they are just totally gone down and miserable in ways that you cannot even understand. So this is part of that spiritual journey of understanding yourself. And so then here, this is self-served justice. This is you reversing what has been done over time, or reprogramming it or redesigning it. And like I said, this is a sense of mastery to be able to do this and understand. So, this is a powerful place to be in life. The King of Wands. So this is a very determined and passionate and powerful type of energy to listen to these and then change them over, and learning that you can truly do that. You know, all of the voices that have ever been there, from grandma to whatever, you can change it. You don't need a Bible basher inside of you telling you that you're going to go here and go there and this needs to happen. It's literally just poison inside of you, teaching you that you're never good enough. And that person on the outside is supposed to be like this kind, caring person in society. So you change that person and you say, you know what? I don't care who you are. I don't care that you're an elder. I don't care that you're anybody. I'm changing this program to say this person inspires me in my genuine journey and lifts me up with all of my expressions, no matter if it is good to them or not. They're so happy to see me being me in my most positive and powerful energies. And so when you do this with all of the different characters and you go in and you change them, you have different faces that will show up. You will have different things. Now, some people might call this like a guide or like an ancestor. They're literally just parts of you that are in the greatest aspect of yourself. You're so complicated. You're so beautiful. The deeper you go, the more you'll have. So you have more to manage. It's so deeply and profoundly important that you learn how to solidify these things. Otherwise, the people that are poisoning you from the time you're small will continue to poison you throughout your entire life. You will have their voice in your head, and just because they were family or just because they were a part of your community or a prominent, leadership figure does not mean they belong inside of you. Just because you saw them with your eyes do not mean that they need to stay there. This is why it is so important to leave people behind you so they can be themselves and you can change and move on. You want peace, you have to move on. You want great things in your life, you have to move on. No matter how powerful and magnetic the attraction could ever be, you have to know what they're saying on the deeper levels and what they're really about. It's so important for you. So this is now walking into the Seven of Flowers. And so the Seven of Flowers, once again, we're going into the depths. So this is that deep, powerful passion in the energy. This is the King of Wands, is that really fire. The King of Fire is just potent. Then the Seven of Flowers is making something great of who you are and just standing firm in that, not needing any other background, not needing any other thing. If you're dainty, you're dainty. If you're chunky, you're chunky. If you're, flalicking in the wind, then you're flalicking in the wind. You just have to honor and respect the structure that you are and work with that. I'm really getting this sense of the flower blossoming is the most important part. This is the earth elements coming through you, that stability, and just knowing that you're grounded within yourself. Coming into the starting this growth. So this is starting the growth of yourself. This is a deeper growth of your image of who you are, and then learning how to replicate that and learning how that all is deep down within inside of you. Is really making you, solidifying you as you, not just whoever you have around you and if you can keep them there or not. Like, it's you solidifying you. This is exactly what ENYELAH is about. You living you for yourself, by yourself, because of yourself, for the reason of yourself. You literally choose all of the chips that you're putting inside of you. You're choosing all the characters that you're having there to support yourself and support everything that you are. So when somebody makes themselves great, then you're going to want their energy in your energy. You're going to want their character and you're going to say thank you. And so when you find them in real life, and you see them and it's like, yo, you're that character that I've always wanted and I see you and I'm so happy to buy my flowers from your florist shop because you're just that sweet, kind, wonderful human being. And so when you truly get to this place where you can see that, you can honor and respect one another and you can support one another. It's a very, very beautiful thing because this is really like, it's saying thank you for being you. Like, here, yeah, I'll come to your flower shop over anybody else's because I see your spirit. Your spirit is something that is similar to what I have programmed here, and I am so happy to support you because you in this world we need more of. So the whole process about like learning about this I'm seeing has just been a whole 10 of swords. This is a 10 of air. This is the birds going in directions. It's like, okay, we're going here, we're going there, and it's like, ah, everybody's squawking. I'm getting this. Everybody's like, ah, ah, ah. If you've ever heard that, it's something else. They're all squawking. So, but this is like what's coming up on the surface, you know, and the moon is assisting with bringing down some of these things. So the moon is that reflection side of things. The moon is the moon is an aspect of you being able to see what's going on in the roots aspect and bringing it up. And so the tower is really like you bring it up and you're like, no, I don't believe in that anymore. Or I don't believe those things. Those things don't, but no. And so then that's when you're like, well, what do I want? Right? So then this is your 10 of gems, your mastery of yourself. I'm like, well, what kind of energy do I want in that chair? What kind of energy do I want in that spot? I want this, that, and the other thing. And so you're getting to the 100 of gems, which is that final sense of I understand how to remold, remake, you know, put together energies in the pot, so to say, and stir it up and make something, pressurize it, put it under something and really form it into a whole gem. This is not just, you know, a meal that you're making. This is you putting elements into something and making them come out squeaky clean, shiny, beautiful. And then we have the Princess of Gems, which is 1 up. This is you seeing you. It's just like this. Yes, this is life. It's a whole thing, you know. You go through and you bring this stuff up, and you're just like, okay, well, here we go. You know, we're making the change and the shifts. And so this is, you know, the sharks that were out there. This is specifically a whale that is on the top of the food chain, but it is on the bottom of some people's food chain. And so this is it being caught, and I'm getting that this is like the ones who thought that nothing could touch them. They've been kicked out of their chairs, and it's like, and so we have this sense of, you know, reorganizing the energy underneath when it comes to the emotions in like how you want to place things. It's like I'm getting like, okay, that needs to go in this corner, this needs to go here, I want this one here, and I want that one there, and I'm going to do this because I'm positioning it to make everything happen effectively. And this is the star. This is you knowing that you're a being that just continues on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and you're just going to continue to be here. So it's like, let's align yourself. This is, you know, your internal masculine and feminine. This is your, you know, parts of yourself that are working in the physical. You've got your human self, the understanding of reality, and then you have your inner self, the part in you that is this powerful, prominent aspect of you that does this perfect duality that moves everything forward. And everything blossoms off of it. So you can see how the star truly just like, there's just all these beautiful things that come off of it. It creates, as it moves, it just creates. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous on how you are. And then we have upside down, we have the Queen of Gems. So this is you just taking it yet to another level of mastery, looking at all of the things and saying, okay, let's finite this one, finite that one, and like move this and make this happen. And this is why this out of nowhere, this is all coming into play, because you've got this alignment, you've been putting in the work, and it's just like boom. And wow, we lost a flame coming out of here, but it's still going. You see that? There's just this sense of like, I have the rest of it. I have the rest of it going on, and so it's just gonna be fine. Yeah, that's definitely my energy. Otherwise, that would have lit again. So this is really what's going on in ENYELAH Tea. You can find me at ENYELAH.com. And if you're looking to commit, because you're like, yes, okay, this is exactly what's going on in my life. I love this. This is really what I want to see more of. You know, continue being on this channel. Come to the YouTube channel ENYELAH. See all my other accounts on enyelah.com/online accounts. And then you can see where I am, what I'm up to. And when you get to that place where you want to commit, what happens is you take on this mindset that I have. You bring in a lot of these things, this willful understanding of life. You change your framework into something that is more aligned with your pure spirit. That's what it is. So you take on all the stuff that I have built and you put it inside you for your own pure spirit, and it comes forward.